Hello! What a terrible day. I wake up, I see huge thing, and then I'm tied up in like work and schoolwork the entire day. When Glitter's still sitting up and he's darting all over the screen. Huge things, there's kind of big thing. There's implications. There's implications, and also not coming out of nowhere, but I wasn't expecting it now, I guess is the main thing. So I mean, this stream, I don't know how long. First, I don't know how long this stream is going to be, by the way. I have no idea how long this is going to be. We have a under 3-minute trailer to watch, but I think I'm gonna be yapping a lot. There's a lot of ideas and thoughts to go through, and I guess also some actual trailer analysis, actual visuals and so on. Looking frame by frame, honestly. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh boy. We're gonna wait a little bit before we start, but I do want to get started pretty quickly because, yeah, we have I think that there's gonna be a lot to talk about. It's still kind of harsh. Oh, you're a Chaotix mod. I've never seen you at some point. Although this actually, yeah, I just found like, so this is the lobby music for Vector Breakthrough, and it's like really good specifically, yeah, for just as like background music for something like this, because it's kind of like that ambient music. If you can't tell, I'm excited. Well, Challenger is you know, the boss fight music. It's not exactly maybe not the best background music, but it's a bop. I've only seen the actual character. It was surprise. It was completely, utterly impossible to avoid seeing the character already. Because I woke up, I opened anything on my phone, right there. It's like it's in front of my face. It was impossible to not see it, which indeed was horrible because I woke up and then I just had to take a shower and get to class like right away, and then that kind of just continued until like an hour ago or something. So. We have a trailer to watch, and then we have yapping to do, and there's already indeed a huge pile of fan art. It's all coming in. It's all coming in. It's all coming in. And I've seen like a couple comments here and there, like on just generally on the trailer, and they all just get me even more intrigued. Like, oh boy. Because if you're not aware, and for example, you probably, like most people, you weren't there for the absolute, not disaster, the absolute struggle that the Arknights character sorta was, where I sat here for 4 hours sorting every single character, or ranking every single character, personally. Kelsit is my favorite character in the game. And she just, it just gets like, the gap gets bigger as we get more information. I know I have a Shining up here and a Shining as my profile picture, but I just kind of chose those almost more out of color scheme or something. And I do like Shining. Shining's like my second favorite. But Kelcid is my favorite character. And has been like firmly my favorite character since like Lone Trail already. And arguably since like Walk in the Dust. So Kelcid Simp is going to be yapping. However, also disclaimer, Kelcid is not a waifu. Well, not for me at least. But she's my favorite character. Though I pretty much don't see like almost anyone in the game as. I don't look at Arknights characters with the sense of waifu husband though, pretty much. Except for Hodor. Hodor is a husband. That's a husband. But he's taken. He's taken by Innes, so there's, you know, that's out of the question. 6 months waiting. 6 months waiting indeed. I actually also, speaking of 6 months waiting, Mochi, you might know them, another Arknights creator. They made a video about like clairvoyance and the 6 month gap that we have. I commented into that comment section a little bit inflammatory. It was kind of inflammatory. I did quite literally say that other people can suffer as long as I can get my story without a gap and without the spoilers. Because I do genuinely believe that. I'm like, you don't need to have every character in the game, just give me my story. But yeah, 6 months wait until I actually will get the full details and everything. Because I don't want to read shit through the grapevine. Like, once the actual story comes out, the chapter comes out, I'm gonna see some stuff for sure, and I can't resist clicking on everything. But I don't want to, like, essentially get, like, the story of the chapter through the grapevine and, like, random spoilers and whatnot. But I can't avoid all of it. Because I do want to, like, I at the very least, I don't want to give, like, full opinions on something until I get to read the full thing. So, and obviously, we don't even have all the events that lead up to Chapter 15 yet on Global. So I don't know everything that happens in those. But I think a lot of those actually won't be relevant to what the discussion around this is going to be and what the discussion around this already is. You probably have already seen that the fan base is somewhat divided. Like, not everyone's excited in a way, you know? Now, I have opinions about that. Oh boy, do I have opinions. You're gonna be hearing opinions today, okay? You're gonna be getting opinions. Super already posted. Yeah, there's been a lot of I'm late because I couldn't get on this shit when, you know, the actual trailer was out. I mean, first of all, it's uploaded like super early morning for me. I'm not even awake when it's uploaded. But then also like, dude, I gotta wake up and like do work and stuff. I can't log on and start yapping about Kelcid instantly. I've been in 2025, not my streamer. I don't know, that's the thing, Global isn't missing anything huge. I don't think there's going to be too many details in upcoming events that are like relevant to what the discussion around Chapter 15 is going to be. So that's kind of the thing. But should we hop in? Should we go and actually watch the trailer? Because we're probably gonna, I mean, let's be real, we're probably gonna be going through the trailer a couple times even. And then talking a lot. And because indeed, I'm normally not supposed to be streaming today. It was supposed to be a day off. I had a very busy day earlier. Like, I barely done anything today except like schoolwork and work and like eating. So I have like other stuff that I want to get done as well. So we'll try and yap like effectively, but we're still going to be yapping a lot. There are many things to go through, and because I'll go through because I've come across, obviously, you know, because we'll probably go through some of the actual discussion and like, you know, like whatever, like tweets and stuff around the topic as well. There's at least some. Yap effectively. It is a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it? Yap effectively? I feel like yapping implies certain inefficiencies. We got about 30 seconds until this round of Neo Vector ends. I'll pause the music then and we can hop right in. Prefer the word discuss. True, we are true. I'm not just yapping to an empty. We're discussing, chat. We're gonna be discussing, chat. Mon 3 yap. Oh boy. I guess I could switch shorty to over here. As you can see, I already have some important tweets pulled up, ready to go, because these will absolutely be relevant to what we're discussing, and to some points I'm gonna make and whatnot. Oh boy. Also, just before we even start watching, that title goes hard. Dissociative Recombination. I don't know what it is about that title. It goes hard in my brain. It tickles me in such a good way. My neuron is activating. It's like so chuny. It's like it's kind of like edgy, cringy almost. But man, also I just love the word disassociation. That's about the word disassociation or dissociative. I'm just like, hell yeah. And oh god, it is 6th and stuff as well. The good kind of edge, exactly. All right, I mean, let's get into it. Chapter 15 or episode 15. This is sort of recombination, PV. I think this should also be the JP version of it. Boop, boop. Okay, well it is, yes, it is JP. Ooh, that guitar. This is Keltsit's, that was one of Keltsit's original voice lines, or like in-game lines, by the way. Powder. Theresis. Sarcophagus. I think there was a translation for all this text, which I'll also pull up, because it's going to be important. 3D. Ooh, bunch of 3D. Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh, yeah, I'm. Oh, first of all, Rimbilitan girl. Hello, you. Guard Liberator. The new Liberator? No way. Yeah! Oh, nice, nice. It's Rimbilitan girl from Ray event. Welcome back. Oh god, there's so many little bits and pieces of text. I'm a doctor. Wow. The music. I saw a comment about what the trailer gives as a feeling, and yeah. Dude, I love the little pauses, the silences. Oh, she's speaking. Oh, Oracle? Dude, all the 2D animation for Keltsit, these trailers never have 2D animation. Oh, well, there's the leaked skins. Also, yeah, wait, was she on ground as well? This trailer is very different. Oh yeah, Oda makes sense. Operator Archives, Babel rerun, obviously. The trailer, the vabe, what is it? The vabe? I can't even speak anymore. The vibe of this trailer is completely different from the usual. There is zero hype in this trailer, if that makes sense. In like a positive way. Oh boy. So I saw a comment indeed. I saw a comment on the vibe of this trailer. It very much has the vibe of like going down memory lane, like recollecting and oh god, what's the word? Just like recollecting all of your memories and like events that you've had throughout your life with your friends and whatnot, like before you die. Yeah, it feels like the end of a journey, and I mean, there's gonna and like a nostalgia as well. And oh boy, oh, and we have some text to go through here as well. Yeah, going down memory lane, very much so. Reminisce was the other R word that I was looking for. Oh my Jesus Christ. There was like a million pieces of like super fast text. Expecting this to be very heavy? Yes. I'll turn the volume a little bit as we go through, like, again. I love this guitar, by the way. The song has a little bit of Midwest emo in it, in like the best way. Oh yeah, we'll get these text translations soon. I think Dunkashu posted a translation for them. Oh, ooh, by the way. Okay, I mean, okay, we're pretty much just going frame by frame here. So, alright, this line from Keltsit. Oh, whoops. Up earlier. Also, possibly a lot of ARG as well, yeah. So that's one of normal Keltsit's, like non-skin Keltsit's original lines, where it's me and Doctor will protect everyone, especially you, Doctor. This text is... Oh, well, I guess it was turning into Dissociative Recombination. Also, another... So, you guys may be aware, the meme, dude, the, everything's a burning memory meme. It's that vibes as well. Somewhere there was Oracle written as well. I'm not sure if it was there or... There was one... At the very least, there was one later. This is, the Assimilated Universe. Oh wait, this is a Stargate. This is a Stargate. But yeah, but in the sky, like in space, like orbiting instead. Right, this is the sarcophagus, like obviously. This is Priestess's glasses. This is Priestess's glasses. Also, yeah, Theros is just like splitting and exploding. Okay, well, yeah, we'll have to look at these translations for the actual text soon. It's Canteen, Amia. The fact that they have like all this, because, dude, they never for these PVs do they use stuff like custom, like purpose-made 3D PVs, purpose-made 2D animations for these trailers. And that's like, I think that might be like default medic that I'm kind of hiding behind myself. And Closure over here, obviously, and, you know, Dr. Kelsidame right here. So, what's going on here? It's like taller Amia? Who's this? Also, why is it just a ball over here with like rabbit ears? Also, yeah, who's recording them? And then it switches to Keltsit. I'm sorry, sir, I don't care about you. Small doctor. Yeah, it kind of did look like a small doctor, which is very strange. But like rabbit ears, so... Also, if that was Amia, it was a very tall Amia. I like it that she was playable. She became playable, though. She seemed like... I had a feeling she might become playable. That was a whole bunch of... oh boy, there's... PRTS access denied. What is this silhouette? Oh, that's Priestess silhouette, I'm pretty sure. Right there. We're just pausing a whole bunch. Oh, what's there? these silhouettes. Okay, it's Kelsit, Armia. Oh, and Armia again. And then probably Doctor. Weather. What is this? What is this? This is what I caught my eye during the trailer. What is this? It a little bit looks like almost like. Is it an Exarchus obelisk? Oh boy. But also, I mean, it has some similar vibes to even just like sarcophagus MK2, like the white sarcophagus we see in Enfield, but also the like obelisk from IS3. But I don't. That's probably just like more coincidence or like same design elements. But it is some kind of obelisk just in the middle of nowhere doing something. And apparently, okay, so apparently it also looks like something from Exarchus as well. Armia family. Armia family is very dead. Just below where it shows the PR test falling, you can see pair of eyes with that earlier. Dude, the vibe that this music gives this trailer is so different. Because the visuals are pretty much like, well, other than like the 3D animation or the 2D animation and the just amount of stuff happening, the visuals are kind of the usual. The visuals are usual except for all the other things that make it not usual. But the music just gives it such a different vibe. What is this? Oh, there's also like, can we actually read this text really quickly? Okay, it's just a whole bunch of random letters. Well, random. Maybe they're not random. Yeah, that is Kelsit, yeah. Walking. Armia. Just a whole bunch of Armias, seemingly. Dude! Dude, that hits so good! Dude, this part is chills! The silence into the across the screen. This is Monster speaking, by the way. I'll try and listen to what she's actually saying more soon. She can, by the way, she can go on the ground. Monster's little spawn thing is over here on high ground. She goes down to melee. What are all these bubbles? I mean, it's just never mind. It's not just Kelsit. That's priestess, or because it kind of also looks like the purple when Theresa. It's like rhombus, like Theresa gave when Theresa gave Armia the crown. But then also, I mean, it is like a bunch of Celts. Should be a bunch of Kelsit in here as well. It's like a whole bunch. It's just a. Okay, but actually, this is like a full. This is a full face. Actually, it's just in bubbles. Can't figure out if it's Armia with the rhombuses or. 2D animation look like pocket recorder, like casual without reason. Yeah, it's like a home video almost. And yeah, priestess eyes are kind of a unique purple, but these are, I mean, these are sort of the priestess purple. And my Celts is probably become a chain medic. There's reasons. Hand coming through. Wait a fucking minute. This here? A dying Keltsit? I mean, he kind of has a hood and like this like kind of ear-ish thing or something here. Oh, wait, this is probably a CG from the game. This is probably a human monster being born. I mean, the hair is kind of brown, it's true, rather than black, but it could be the lighting. Because you have this long black and green ear, plus all the crystals and stuff. This could very well be, like, it's either Ame, but why would Ame be absolutely covered in black and green crystals? Because if this could, in theory, this is an in-game CG, and it could be the CG for when human monster, you know, comes about. The text might also help. I can't make out what she's like mumbling in here in the back, but oh, that's the English. Whoever's mumbling here is actually, it's English. Oh boy. There is many background shots of destroy Rose Island with Regina everywhere. Something big probably happens. Probably yes. PRD. Also, PRD is on the chapter and like, and yeah, okay. This mumbling was English here. Actually, I thought it was JP Kelton's VA mumbling, but and yeah, you do see here indeed like this is Rhodes Island's deck with it's seen better days. You could put it that way. And yes, also, so it's on her actual when monster's introduced, when she speaks here soon-ish. Oh boy. So this is the same voice actor as Kelton. It's Kelton's voice actor just doing, you know, a different voice. It is not the same voice actor as M3. I'm fairly sure it's not. Actually, I need to check the JP voice actor for M3. We'll do that later or soon. I need to check the JP voice acting for M3, actually. Because actually, now that I think about it, I had English dub on, so. And I do wonder how long the time skip is indeed going to be out for this. Check out 108. Yeah, all this stuff. Jesus Christ. Piranha's access denied on Monster's little summoning thing over there. There's also like, it's like ASCII art. It's like a hand over here. What else is going on? Don't break down. Hey there, Kazuo. It's going. It's going. No, yeah, hair color is obviously very different. So that's going to be a whole discussion is like, okay, so how is this going to relate to M3 in Enfield? Also, do we have Priestess Eyes here somewhere? Yeah. Oh, yep, right there. There's our rhombus lady looking at us in ASCII art. Hey there, Renegade. ARG Cope. They sure have the ARG visuals again. But yep, so yeah, indeed. Literally, dude, how many frames is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like 14, 13 frames of those eyes. Fucking actually blink it, you miss it. So many questions, we only wait for answers. Right? But that's what we're here. We're here to yap about the possibilities, okay? I don't think they're going to rework M3 visuals. I think it would be, there's enough time. There's probably just like enough has changed since then that, you know, if they're the same character, which they're not necessarily fully, there would have been enough changes like since then. I don't need sleep. I need answers. So apparently this obelisk is extra. If anyone has a link to maybe like what the obelisk in Exastris looks, and can maybe post on like the Discord or something, that would be nice. I didn't watch the categories video on stream, no. I haven't had the time. Oh boy. M3 looks a bit too simple. You think so? Not really. I think it's just different. It's just M3 channels Keltsit's design more. But so wait. I'm going to listen to what Monster is saying here. God, cause fucking goddamn it, because she still kind of speaks like Keltsit, so she uses words that are fucky, is one way to describe them. So first of all, so essentially it's 彼女は私たちの輪廻に Christ, I can't get like the full sentence into my brain. But so she's talking about Keltsit, like 彼女 is referring to Keltsit, like essentially. And I'm not sure if it's completely in past tense. Once a translate gendered our cycle and gave me freedom and immortality and loneliness. Okay, yeah. So okay, yeah. So it's cycle instead of Okay, no, yeah, okay, no, that makes it because it's wareware, not watashitachi. It's wareware. Thank you for the translation, Kazo. Yeah, okay, yeah, that matches, yeah. So I first thought rinne here referred to not a cycle. My first thought was ideals, because they like to use that word. But yeah, it's cycle. It is indeed, she ended our cycle and gave me freedom and immortality. And R in here seems to refer to a collective of like what's inside of Keltsit. When the trailer dropped, I got a friend who speaks JP to TL from me. Also, I mean, this is Keltsit clearly. Also, what's this little cute thing here? What's this little thing? Can I get this as merch? Yeah, and yeah. So, yeah, gave me freedom and immortality, and then pause. And furthermore, loneliness. What even is Keltsit in the first place? A symbiotic construct. Like a created human being, but like implications with the word symbiotic. GP speaking, C and speaking friends are in demand. Yep. Sure. Yep. Oh boy. Yeah, we gotta look at the E2 art a whole bunch. Okay, I think we've looked at the trailer enough here. I'll mute it. We might go back and forth. Because also now I have one thought. I'm trying to like somewhat. Hey there, Fobun. I'm trying to keep like my brain somewhat how would you say, organized, so that we're not completely jumping from one thing to another. Let's go through the art for her next. There should be a tweet with the art in good quality here. Yeah, okay, this actually zooms in more. Well, so first of all, yes, I mean, in the art. I mean, not too much here, other than, you know, it's her. She clearly has some of Keltsit's clothes, but then a different jacket. Yes, he said trying to, not succeeding, exactly. Also, yes, she does have a bit of a blaze face. I'll put the background music, by the way. She does have a bit of a blaze face, it's true. Because is it Doc's jacket? But it's green on the inside. How did she suddenly get a jacket which has green on the inside? They had a long, like they had a green inside jacket ready to go for her, apparently. Also, yeah, that is a huge ahoge. What is going on over here? What is this? Holy moly! Well, yeah, it's like just an RI uniform jacket, yes. Also, yeah, it has the medic sign as well, which Doc wouldn't have. She does still have the Oropathy on her shoulder, same as Kelsit did. Oh, she has... Oh, there's the little thing we saw in the trailer as well. The little keychain kind of thing. Also, she apparently shortened Kelsit's dress. That's quite a bit short. And obviously, I mean, the usual monster, you know. And these long, almost like crystalline ears instead. Kelsit's sacrifice to immortality cycle to give monster her own body and freedom. These monsters are the reason why Kelsit is able to resurrect in the first place. Probably, yeah. I think it's been implied for a little bit that monster is very heavily tied to the entire reincarnation cycle. And yeah, eyes very much are. Eyes are just Kelsit. Like it's very so based on going off of this design and also the previous lore and knowledge and whatnot. It is most likely indeed. Also considering the name of the fucking chapter itself, Dissociative Recombination. Most likely, yes. They, in some form, fuse or sort of take on a completely new form by having monster take over Kelsit's body. And then obviously we have, it's actually bigger on here. How many times has Kelsit died canonically? We don't know exactly. We know that it's probably... So, actually, also, based on this, I now have some other ideas on what the number in Monster's name kind of means. Is it twice at least? Maybe 3 times? Also, the expression is kind of softer, yeah, isn't it? Okay, well, also, obviously, this background art here. Warfarin right here. I think this is, actually not sure who... Oh, this might be Ascalon. Maybe? Something over here. Warfarin, Amia. This should be Kelsit, like, right over here. I think this is actually slightly cropped. This is a slightly cropped version of the art. Actually, do I have... I think I have a version that's less cropped. Never mind, no, it's the same crop. This might be better. It's pretty much the same quality. Doctor, obviously, and somewhat hiding them. And... What's her name? Closure? And, I can't recognize this person here. This one right here. The horns are not familiar. Not sure who it could be. Oh, Roz could be somewhere. I'm not sure if Roz would necessarily be in this, unless they're like really small in the back. I mean, this could be Roz. This is Roz, I just realized. This is Roz right here. This is Roz over here. A whale skeleton? Yeah, actually, well, the whale skeleton goes through the entire image. This is the head of it, and this is the tail of it. Also, oh yeah, there is a sound frequency here as well. There is a frequency here. And actually, that also actually goes through like the entire thing. Geostar will ruin the drip marketing for this, absolutely 100%. Michael, they all look a little sad, let's be real. Yeah, this one, okay, so this one is the mystery still. Who is this? Because that's actually Roz, because this right here. This is Roz's weapon. This is Roz's weapon. Also, yes, it all forms a rhombus. Surprise, it all forms a rhombus shape. So... Mechanist? Where? Oh, yeah, here in the background. Yeah. It's some of the elite ops. There's also like a tiny... There's someone tiny here as well. Also, yeah, like the middle here, also, right. I mean, how could we... It's various forms of Kelsit right here. This is a form we haven't even, like... I guess, actually, maybe this is... Oh, no. This is current Kelsit. This is our suit Celts. Actually, no, this is Khazad raising Kelsit. This is the Kelsit that destroyed Khazad. And this is an even earlier one, probably from Sargon. And yeah, it does kind of look like, it does kind of give like the Rhodes Island tower, sort of. Also, this, I think, okay, first interpretation here, I think this confirms that it's indeed been 2 deaths. This was the original. This one died, and we got this one. This one died when Theresis and Theresa killed her 200 years ago. And then this is the current modern Kelsit. And then obviously Monster. So I guess that would probably also confirm how many times she's actually cycled through. If we take this as because these are also, this would also match from all of the ones we know about. Like this would match all the deaths we know of Kelsit. We know she died in the Sargon Sands, like during, you know, the first civilizations forming. And then we know she dies with Theresis, obviously. And she's probably dying now. PV4 also revealed how many times she dies. I'm not sure that's... It could be, but I think that's a different one. I think the one in PV4, if I'm thinking of the same thing, that's a different thing. That's not like counting how many times she's died. Because we have another thing actually to look into PV. My Jesus Christ. It has days for each life. I'm not sure if it's days for the life. That's because it doesn't match. It doesn't work. Yeah, no, yeah. It's sort of, okay, let's go look at the let's go look at the PV. Oh, Jesus Christ, I scrolled accidentally. We will, oh yeah, we will mute it. So what the part you're thinking of is right here. It's this part here. Well, right after Priestess stops yapping. This is not days. I don't like. Well, it doesn't make. Well, at the very least, not days lived. I guess it could be counting down something that she lived. It would, but it wouldn't be days. But it would be something else. Also, that's what I wanted to look at. Purple. It is days. Does that match? How many days does this get to? 7,300. Let me. What's the calculation for this? 73,700 divided by 365. 278. $47.4 million days is 13,000 years. Was that the first one? Because actually, this might be competed. Actually, no, you might be correct. This might be like recontextualized here. But then the first death would have been 1.1 million. Oh, is it a 4.7 million all in total? There's 1.1 million over here. Then, Jesus Christ. How much is it here? 3.7 million here. I guess it could be. The last one, however, is a little off, I think, unless it happened, because the last one came out to like 278 years. For the last one, which went to like 73,000. That's like 3.7 million. Divided by 365. 10,100 years, okay, yeah. And that could very well match. So first death was like early on, then you'd have this one. This would have been the one in Sargon. And then this would have been the one in no, because that doesn't match our known day amounts. At the very least, the order doesn't match. Because how many it got to like 1.1 million here. Yeah, 1.1. 1.1 million divided 365. 3,000 years. these numbers don't match for when we know she's died. At least in this order, it doesn't make sense. Like that this would be the first one and this one. And even if actually they were in, maybe if they were even different, if this would be the most recent death. Because the order that she's died in, and she died about 200 years ago. She died about 200 years ago when Thyresis killed her. And this last number here, when it got to like 70-something thousand, 70,700, like 730. This is like 278 or 280-ish years. Which I don't think completely checks out. Because it was about 200 years ago that she was killed by Thyresis. Oh, it's 7... Wait, no, did I calculate this wrong? 730 divided by 365. Oh, it is 202. Oh, yeah, it is... What the fuck? What did I must have put a wrong number in. How did I get 278? I put a wrong number in. It is 202. Okay, no, that does match then. But then... this one? Because then the previous death would have been... like... This is over 10,000 years. I like how we're stuck on math now. Yeah, this is over 10,000 years ago. Which I feel like doesn't completely match what we know, but maybe. I guess it is speculation, it's true. Chance she died 3 times. First she died along with Precursor, second died in Far Chaser, and third Crusade of Kazdal. No, because we know one of the other deaths when she wakes up in the sands of Sargon after a death. And it was seemingly like when the civilizations of Sargon were like kind of popping up. But maybe it was like way before actually and not during Sargon. Because their sort of first death being, you know, the 13,000 years ago makes sense. So I guess this just happened. Oh no, wait, no, I'm fucking no. Because no, wait a minute. Because this is because this would count the death now, assuming she dies in chapter 15. This counts this one. So this death is right. This was how long she lived, which would yes make the previous death be over 10,000 years ago, from the time she was killed by Thyresis. No wonder she's the most mysterious when we're scratching our heads over her past. That's scary numbers. Yeah, Cal's form is different from when they see her, yes. Because yeah, it's implied she has died since then. Because the first death makes sense. I mean, I guess we just kind of have to take it at face value. Because the first death obviously being... So this death would have been... This is about 1,000 years or something, I think, this first one. So she would have kind of been born, you know, probably when the precursors died, is kind of when she would have been formed, essentially. Then, like 1,000 years later, she would have died the first time. And then she was alive for... Has she only died... Because no, because it doesn't check out. Oh, it's 3K-ish, not 1,000-ish. Because I'm just wondering, we have to go like backwards, because this death here, because that's the thing, this is essentially not enough deaths. Because this last one, the 200 years is now counting from when she died to Thyresis, seemingly to now when human monster becomes a thing. Which is the 200-ish years. So that's like this death right here. So then you'd have to count... Oh, wait. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because... What a strange way to count all of this. Also, I just realized these are like hooded beings. These are like clothes, like cloth, like hoods, legs. Because yeah, it's about 13,000 years in total, which checks out. And the part that isn't checking out is like, so like this fragment, if we will, lived for the 200 years. Which would be this last one, the Celtsit that we know. So then the previous fragment, this one over here, would have lived for over 10,000 years. Which I feel like just doesn't match with what I thought we knew about her deaths before now. Because in this fragment, this is the fragment that died to Theresis. And it would have lived for 10,000 years before dying to Theresis. And then this would have been the fragment before that. Which like kind of like death count wise. So it's like 2 confirmed deaths. There might be 1 even for, I mean, these do keep kind of going over that. There might be like 1 over here or something, but there's no 37k. Oh, well, I mean, it keeps counting. This last one is the one that like, no, this one isn't the one that does it. I don't think this is the one that does theirs because she didn't die that often. This is 200-ish years. She didn't, I'm fairly sure she did not die. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Yeah. Because, no, she died to Theresis 200 years ago. So this is the current one, essentially. Well, no. This isn't the current. Well, yes. This is the current one. The one that was revived after Theresis killed her. Is this one. This one is the one that Theresis killed. Because this one then lives for 200... Or no. Yeah. This one lives for 200 years. And because now the implication is that in chapter 15... Celtsit dies, which would be this one dying, and that's why it also goes to 0. So boom. But okay, I mean, we can only speculate so much. However, this part is very interesting now. This part here... Oh, actually, okay, I was too... oh no, it just went by. It's fucking like 2 frames. What the fuck is it? Was it backwards or... Oh, okay, I went too fast. So... Well, first of all, here's the Ouroboros, the cycle that was mentioned in the chapter 15 PV. So my original interpretation of this literally like fucking 4 frames and like 1 frame of proper visuals. I originally thought this was the original Celtsit. I thought this was the original Celtsit before she was turned into, you know, the sort of immortal being that we know. Probably isn't. This is probably actually a monster. This is now the human monster. Everyone thought this was the original Celtsit. This is probably the original. This is monster instead. You have like you have the green stuff here and everything. And also, if we want to talk a little bit of visual storytelling, which is now confirmed by the lines in the chapter 15 trailer. Here, the cycle, the Ouroboros cycle, it's cycling. It's all there. It is then broken. It is interrupted by these splotches. The cycle is broken. which is what Monster literally just said in Chapter 15 PV. Which I think just more so it's just, you know, it's more evidence that this indeed is Monster, not the original Keltsit. Because yeah, this indeed came into my mind like, wait, that one frame in PV4 has been recontextualized completely, as well as the numbers right before this. Once there's a black hand though in E2, well, I mean, you know, artistic freedom or something. Also, this might be a glove. Where's the... Oh, we can't see her fucking hands in E1. Because just a normal... This could be like a glove situation rather than necessarily a completely black hand. Also, I mean, Monster can probably just make it black sometimes and make it normal hand other times, you know? Oh, we could check the... It's true, we could check the... If we can see anything in the chibi. No, I think she's hiding her hands in the chibi as well. Yeah, her hands are inside of her two large sleeves. She's hiding them. And yeah, because probably it's like, you know, she can indeed, I mean, clearly she still has all of her like crystallization stuff going on. So she can probably just make an arm of, you know, black crystal if she wants to. Sleeve of Eternal. So yeah, her hands are always covered in the sleeve. Also, speaking of live 2D skins, by the way, I think this this pretty much confirms that Keltsit's live 2D skin is not the canon timeline, which some people have thought. I've never really thought it is. I always thought it was a possible, like, ending timeline, like some of the skins are. This, I think, should confirm that it's not a canon timeline. It is like a different timeline where things go differently, where Originium takes over the entire land, because that's still Keltsit, and the monster is still there as, like, monster, and not as this. Because, right, I mean, that's maybe most of the analysis for this, other than like really starting to look super deep into something. Can you about what Keltsit skin is? Keltsit skin is I might as well show it. Wait a minute, I literally have it on my Arknights screen. Give me a second. Hey there, Chimpaloid. Oh, I have it hidden. This is the Keltsit skin, right? So this skin is this skin is a future where pretty much all of Terra has been taken over by Originium, and there's only like a small safe space, and Keltsit like goes out into the Originium wilderness to do like research and stuff. And has and also the voice lines clearly say that she like probably like constantly dies. Like she's getting consumed by Originium and being reborn like as a common occurrence. But this is also this is clearly Keltsit. So now we can probably get a better shot of the skin as well if we go look at the full thing. Zoom out a little. Can you zoom out a little? Oh yeah, that's just a... Oh, I didn't realize it. Like I don't think there's anything like... Was there like some sort of apparatus that was in this... That was in the PV here? Oh yeah, does this skin have a mention of... Does this skin indeed say something about a talking monster? Is that a thing? Oh, that's the wrong place. I don't remember what line it was. Which that could in theory imply that it's like they've separated without Kelsa like despying. Oh yeah, Kelsa with your monster with your own voice. Not this one, not this one, not this one. Yeah, because yeah, this skin also essentially kind of, you know, foreshadowed monster. Was it onboarding? No, it's not onboard. Oh yeah, he here. Here. It's promotion 2. What are Conway's Game of Life details? Yeah, actually, I think YouTube will suppress the links. Unfortunately. I could probably find the right post myself. So this obviously is here indeed. This mention here, which is like, have they then just like separated? But then like she still has kind of a monsterish thing going on. But I guess it's not monster her like herself actually. Which says, you know, possibilities. Think of the link. We'll look at this soon-ish. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, this is obviously a whole other... There is this, like, almost throwaway line of... Yes, monster... Actually, seeming indeed in this skin, actually monster-like. But it seems to be like a different... It kind of... Well, it just gives you the vibe of, like, a different... I mean, well, because obviously that's the thing, we'll see. So... We might as well, I guess, start talking about... It is the name of the Discord, so it actually is called Glitchcord, yes. Yes, I do have a Discord, you can join it. But yeah, so... I mean, let's just start getting into, I guess, the implications of this trailer and the existence of Monster. Small side comment, by the way. My friend said this, and I kind of agree. This pose is a little goofy. Like, not gonna lie. Like, what's going on here? Why she posed like that? Pretty much, ultimately we end up just waiting for confirmation for stuff. But it is a magical girl pose. It is. So right, because we have these things right here. There has been implications that essentially at some point Kelsit will pass the baton to Monster, and Monster will sort of take over in a sense. And that the Kelsit that we know would sort of disappear. I think this might actually not be the one that might be the next one. Oh yeah, Monster, I understand no choice I make is without reason. I need you to be the safeguard for all of this. If necessary, I will completely destroy myself to set you free. When that time comes, make the final choice for me. Hope or destruction. Yeah, the fact that this post is just nowhere in game is wild. This is a pretty damning little piece of text, which I can't zoom in on because Twitter is ass. I'm also reading this bit. Okay, well this is Kelsit talking about Doctor. You have to keep going. Fragment 10095. And then there's this one as well. Say something here. Once I share all these with you as equals, my every thought, every interpretation of both past and future are now imprinted in our fundamental structure. As time passes, I find myself ever more reliant on your destructive powers, but perhaps one day, I know everyone will also need to listen to your insights and trust your logic, no matter how sharp or poignant. Journey is arduous, but you have to keep going. Never forget this. But it's this specific line here that is like kind of the most damning one, where if necessary, I will completely destroy myself to set you free. Which is, this is the main big bomb of like, oh, the existence of Monster now in chapter 15 implies that Keltsit, you know, might indeed be dying to set Monster free. More, and even more, maybe made true, considering that this very clearly seems to be, you know, like Keltsit's body, rather than that they've separated Monster into a separate thing, because she even has the same Oripathy crystals that Keltsit has. So kind of the implications and the possibly very likely situation is that yes, in chapter 15, the sort of Keltsit that we know dies and Monster takes their place. Well, I mean, these are essentially cat ears. These are cat ears in the form of crystals. People seems to say that Cal only gave up her mortality to Monster. Well, so not quite. It's what the line essentially. Well, you have to kind of read between the lines a little bit, but it's essentially Keltsit gave up our cycle of reincarnation to give Monster a body and eternal life. Now Monster is a wife, daughter. Because the kind of the title of the chapter and stuff also makes me think of like it makes me kind of think of that there is some kind of recombination, some kind of like assimilation, fusion of Keltsit's being and Monster's being. Yeah, I guess the question is kind of, yes, does she actually just die or gets preserved? I feel like something along the lines of kind of a fusion almost seems to be what it is. But in that sense, the the pure Keltsit that we know would kind of disappear in that form, because it also seems that Monster seems to be the more dominating personality here, if you will. Wait, was there remember the Keltsit animation at 5.5 hours? Maybe it's worth rewatching. Which one was that again? I have to find it. Does Casdell have the full 5.5 any like live stream? Because the animation itself isn't just around. Synchrony have a theory that M1 bursts M2 and M3 bursts M3, so Kal is M2. Yeah, that could also like make sense, because yeah, we do have like the whole M2, M1, M3 thing. Okay, well yeah, okay, so Castle doesn't have like the full live stream. Oh, this is the Kjostin one. There's not like there's not like just a VOD of just the stream. I guess we'll open up Kjostin's and just go to the very end. Here? Oh yeah, this Keltsit animation. Wish I could find a proper version of this. We didn't look at the X-Astro stimulators yet. They're saying something. Oh, actually, are they speaking in... Give me a second. Are they actually speaking in what language?
It's a small civilization.
Oh, yes, this one. Well, because this is sort of like...
Will start everything to
I guess...
see the truth. Arknights.
Okay, wait.
Oh my god, what?
Oh, yeah. Okay, here's the animation. Sorry, Costa, I'm muting you. I don't think there's any texture. Is this Celtic animation? Arca might have a clean one, maybe. Yeah, you do have like this. I forgot about this little animation. This looks like a sarcophagus. But this is also kind of like, this is not just about Celtic, it's also like, just in general, like the bubble stuff and whatnot. Because that was also kind of like the flower field sort of situation. I mean, obviously Army is there as well. But yeah, this is just the sarcophagus in general. Subtle foreshadowing. Oh, Blazing Rose. Yeah, I guess she was doing like the holding an arm pose. Kelson in some kind of crystal jail? She's in some kind of crystal jail. But also eating with Rose and Blaze, so they might not be in the crystal jail as well. With death flags everywhere. Yeah, look at back on this. This is a little bit of foreshadowing. Right, and just ends there. Just ends there as well. Just a little bit of foreshadowing. Just tiny, just subtle, very subtle. Manage the shadow on real. But yeah. So I mean, pretty much. I mean, obviously, because that's the thing. They can, if they want to, they can absolutely find out or like find a way to write it so that both Celtic and Monster exist in the material world at the same time. Right? Also, by the way, I've seen some people calling this like an alter situation. This is like not an alter, this is a new person. And so confirmed the new choice story chapters will be 50% faster to get through, assuming that Monster doesn't become a yapper. She might. But so okay, time for opinions. My opinion on this whole thing, as a huge Celtic fan, my favorite character in the game. I want Celtic to die. That would be the correct thing to do. That's what it's all leading up to. They've foreshadowed it. It makes narrative sense for it to happen, and it would be an insanely based big dick move by Hypergriff to genuinely kill off a main character 6 years into the game. I would love to see that happen. Because the thing is, it's not like she's completely gone. We essentially have like a spiritual successor to it. Like the entire theme of Celtic and Monster and the entire cycle is a passing of the baton. That's what it is. That's what it's been set up as. it would be a huge miss, a massive mistake, and just like fumble to go back on that idea just because people don't like their waifus dying. Join the stream and only hear I want Cal to die. Bad timing, but there's reasoning. Unless they pulled off something even better, sure. But like, what would that be? I mean, they could cook something, but it really does feel like if they don't go through with it, it will just tarnish, I feel, what they've built up, and what would like also make, dude, it would be memorable as fuck. This shit would be talked about forever. It would go crazy. You would never stop hearing about it. I'm just saying, it is a genius move to pull, in my opinion. And I hope that they are not too afraid to do it. And this is indeed coming from the like Keltsid being my favorite character. It's just the right thing to do. Trying to avoid spoilers for this chapter will be impossible. Yeah. I just want her to be happy, man. She can be happy in the afterlife through Monster, okay? Because that's it. It would be amazing in like a traumatic way, which is what makes it good, right? We just talked about the BOC skin and it not necessarily being like a canon skin, so like that's really how I want things to go. And indeed, I'm afraid that they won't go with it because people don't want their cute anime girl to die in their cute anime girl game. But if they go through with it, it would be like a monumental moment in the game. Hella memorable. Because, okay, so for example, okay. Anyone here played or heard about Honkai Impact 3rd? Spoilers coming in, but this shit happens in like chapter 9 or something out of 30 plus. To this day, one of the main things that the Honkai Impact 3rd fandom talks about is the death of Himeko. In like chapter 9 of over 30 chapters. Because that shit is memorable. That shit sticks with you. And that wasn't 6 years into the game, by the way. That happened kind of early on. So if you pulled a similar thing, except you still have a spiritual successor to the character, like they're in some form, they're almost still around. Huge. It would be huge. I would be so impressed. I would be like, holy moly. What a move. My thoughts on seeing the P was actually that there'll be some sort of animation in game with the 2D parts. That also, but yeah, we talked about that quite earlier. That PV has a completely different vibe to anything and everything before. There's no hype. There's no hype, essentially, in a positive way. And never before has there been like, other than the only other chapter that has like specific 3D animations to go along with it is chapter 14. But now we have 3D animated bits, and we have 2D animated bits. Those could even be indeed in the game. They should, by the way, they should just put more like of these animations into the game, just in general. Just use them as storytelling devices. Because it does feel like surely these animations have to be part of something more. Like, so many of those like Keltsit shots in the 2D, especially in the 2D animated stuff, feel like those could absolutely 100% be in game during the story as like a collage of moments at the point in the story where, in theory, Keltsit is being removed to birth Monster. You know, it's like all these memories and moments of Keltsit going through, and as a flashback. So I am incredibly excited for this chapter and what they're gonna do with it. No, I think Beagle has been confirmed alive. In Fang Alter's voice lines or files, Beagle is confirmed alive. Objectively correct take, no cap, just facts. Chapter 9 and Mamendrigal are clear this intro, it's so hard. And also the engine update as well, where my biggest hope for the engine update is indeed just an enhanced story presentation experience. Obviously, if they do some really cool game stuff, that's also very nice. But especially the actual reading experience needs an overhaul. And this, I think the April Fool's is done before the engine upgrade, so they can already do like actually some really whack stuff, like controlling the enemies without the engine upgrade already. But maybe it was them kind of like testing the limits of what they can do. I don't know. Also, yes, there's PC port copium is back. But oh man. So yeah, I feel quite strongly about like that I'm excited for the possibility of Keltsit dying. I'm gonna get some great clips out of this. We did watch the Arknights trailer during the April Fool's stream, yeah. I'm excited for the possibility of seeing my favorite character die. Yes. I'm gonna get some great out of context clips here. It's gonna be fantastic. And I have not looked through the discussion and like the discourse on this current thing. I can just imagine what it's like. And oh boy, I think I might be in the minority. I might be in the minority. It seems like I might be in the minority. Wait, I wanted to find a thing. There was a translation by Dankashu for all the bits, all the text bits in the trailer, which I actually forgot to go through earlier. So here, yeah. So this is the voice line here. Christ. Yeah, this is the voice line. Most of I will protect everyone, especially you, Doctor. This is the default Keltsit line. And this is the actual text in the trailer. Another faded galaxy, we don't have much time. It is our nature to have hope for the future, and we are each other's anchor in this empty sea of stars. Till the end of time, I wait for you in that world. I hope that after crossing the silent eternal night, when I open my eyes again, I can still see you first. We will learn to love life, love existence, someone once said to me. Yeah, that sounds like Priestess. Eternal life is destined to be lonely, and I've tasted the taste of it. You can go on by yourself too, monster. Go on by yourself, by the way. And then she ended our reincarnation and gave me freedom and eternal life. And loneliness. Incredible line, by the way. Don't worry, my friend who got spooked by Cal 5 times before finally getting Sculptor back on the banner is also looking forward to see her gone. That's a different kind, okay? Okay, let me read through some comments. If they kill her, who would be safe? I feel like there's still a lot of characters who could be safe because Keltsit kind of has like a lot of death narrative. I haven't been seeing people really commenting on if they think Cal should die or no. Just people like what the fuck is that? True, that is the initial reaction is just what the fuck. Be more hyped for the puzzle with Doc's death. Now that would be real something. That would be a wild one. But I think that's probably not gonna happen. Considering some Enfield stuff as well. I mean, we have M3 in Enfield, which I have to go check still her voice actor. Guy with a bang that disappeared in obscurity. For real? I think you're right, it'd be great storytelling because it will make us feel emotional, sad, and angry. Exactly. Like, why are people afraid of, like, these strong emotions? Stop being afraid of emotions. Fucking face it. Get slapped by the trauma and depression and enjoy it. Learn to enjoy it. It's worth something. It makes you feel alive. And gives you an experience that you will not forget. Am I going crazy? Am I taking crazy pills? Like, yeah, exactly. AK is supposed to be the funny, depressed game, though. Like, so many people are like, oh my god, it's the most depressing game. And then depressing stuff happens and they're like, oh, no, I don't want this. Brother, you signed up for it. Now eat it. Nom, 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 nom. Tasty, tasty trauma. Embrace the darkness. Sheesh. It's only 5 minutes in NPCs. Toxic relationship with Arknights. Every single gacha player has a toxic relationship with their gacha. Okay, let's be real. So I think let me make you guys slightly smaller. I need to like constantly dodge you guys, so that I'm like actually on in frame. So yeah, I absolutely hope that they go through with it. I hope that they do not chicken out. And if they have some way that they kind of exist at the same time, there indeed better be some kind of, I don't know, like there has to be some significant weight behind it then, like, first of all, very good reasoning, and to not like destroy the narrative of Keltsit's entire like life. And there has to be like some real weight behind, like some form of like consequences essentially for them both being around. You can't just like, oh, you know, like it can't just be a win-win, okay? It can't. There has to be a price. And because the ultimate price of Keltsit dying, I feel would just be the most appropriate in this situation. And because also, yeah, it's probably the last act for like a bunch of the stuff, like most of the stuff that's been set up now. This should be like the last act to start actually closing it all off. So big stuff has to happen. However, I do have to say, I was not expecting Monster to be the first fucking thing on Act 3, okay? I did not expect that. I thought it was gonna happen way later. I literally said this on stream, I think last week or something, we were talking about the possibilities of what happens in Chapter 15. And someone in chat was like, are we getting Monster? Insane oracle, by the way. Insane prophecy by whoever that chatter was. And to that, I was like, nah, that's stupid. You're dumb. Monster's gonna happen way later in Act 3. Never fucking mind. It's now. They start going hard. Dude, our Chapter 15 knowledge used to be, oh, we're going to Rim Billiton to, you know, do some stuff. Boom. Priestess, Monster, Keltsit dead. What the fuck? One reason I guess he's not wanting characters to die because of non-involvement in future event story. But yeah, Cal got more than enough time in the sun. And Monster's still gonna be there. And Monster is essentially the heir to Keltsit. So like, what else do you want from Priestess? I hope Priestess doesn't get like a get out of jail free card and just like gets a redemption arc and everything's good. I think Priestess will be a far, far, far more interesting existence if she will actually be a proper antagonist. Because I feel like Priestess is the final anchor of Doctor to his past. And the whole point is that Doctor has to get rid of those anchors and face the future. And Priestess is the final anchor. Which would then make something like a redemption arc a little fucking silly. Is monster genetic? She looks cute. And well, yeah, because observers will probably be like the real, true last enemy in that sense. But I do wonder if we'll even deal with the observers like in Act 3, or if that's an even later thing. By killing Kalinarkas, we'll have to start fearing main cast dying in Enfield, and also main cast dying in Arknights. Like, it gives them a huge tool, because suddenly it's like, oh, people could actually be in danger. So, which would be kind of huge. Have stakes. Because, like, yes, Frost Nova dies, but the thing is that, let's be real, you kind of see Frost Nova dying from a mile away. The first time you meet her, it's almost like, oh, I'm gonna like this girl and she's gonna die, huh? It's like the obligatory early story trauma. Is kind of what Frost Nova is. Which is why it would be insane to instead kill off a main character 6 years into the game's story. It would be crazy. There's barely any game, any live service gacha game, barely any of them done. Well, I think, yeah, what, like, Fate Go has kind of done it, but Fate Go also has like 1 billion main characters, let's be real. And a major character, yeah. And also, so, okay, because also, yes, I think some people are like, oh, but can I not, like, what about its playable character? What will happen to the playable character? Brother, we already use alters in the same team at the same time, and some of them are from alternate timelines where the world has ended. I think we gave up on a Ludo narrative resonance quite a while ago, okay? Like, that's not an issue. Oh, you can just have them both on the fucking team and on the field. The gameplay has never really been very heavily tied to the story in Arknights, for better and worse. Immersion. Fucking make it yourself. You can just choose to not, like, choose lore accurate team or something. But I mean, goddamn. Duo Priest is 1000% on enemy Arknights? Me as well, yeah. And the real important story stages are like the scripted ones, yeah. Why do characters with the characters will be unplayable? I don't know, to be honest, because when you think of most games, that's just like not a thing. Like, games don't really do that a whole lot. Where like you might have a dead character or something, and like then they would become non-playable. I mean, Honkai Impact kind of, sort of in a way did that. Himeko didn't get any new units after she died, but you can still use her units in like later content if you wanted to, just fine, like in story content. She just didn't get new units, which was a fucking ballsy move, by the way. Respect. But yeah, I don't really understand the whole like game, like, oh no, dead character, what about the gameplay problem? Because they will always just sidestep that in some way. They will hand wave it. Like, no, they're not connected. It's fine, guys. You can use your characters. They're not gonna prevent you from using them unless it's like specifically a map where you have a fixed team or something. Like they kind of, you know, sometimes in Limbus, you know, they like, oh, you can't use this character on this fight because of story reasons, which first of all is really cool, actually. Like I wish they almost did that more. But it's like never permanent, right? Also, yeah, they probably could get sued if they actually like removed a playable character because they died in story. They probably would actually get sued. Story squads in AK would be really cool. Yeah, it would. It would be very cool if you could have like story squads. Especially, I feel like, if like, especially for like the, because we have a story mode. For main chapters, we now have a story mode, right? We have 3 different difficulties for story, like main story chapters. We have a story mode. Why not have the story mode have like story teams? And yeah, because later on, like much later on, Honkai 3rd also just starts giving you like story-only teams. And it works way better. Like, it feels much better to go through the story when you just have, like, essentially trial units that are story relevant. What about not playable in only future main story? No, there's no need to do that. That's the thing. When most of the gameplay is disconnected from the story, there's no reason to limit it. And there's no reason to fear it being limited. So, and because if there is a fight that is very like story centric, other than obviously you have some boss fights where you do get a free team and you just do it, whatever. But then you have like some stages where you do have like a fixed team or it's like a scripted stage. And indeed, you can also just choose to not include them if you care about the other way. And yes, most fights in all of the stories, not even just main story, in some of the events, the boss is barely relevant to the story. So like, there really is sometimes almost zero connection between the actual battles you do for your rewards and what's going on in the story. Usually the boss is somehow relevant, but sometimes, bro, not even those are like barely relevant. It's like the slimmest little connection. But my immersion, they say, as water gun Chen shoots Therasis. Right? So I mean, I don't know how big this whole argument even is. I think it's like 2 people taking this as an argument for some reason, or like putting it out there, and then like no one else is like, no one actually really thinks it is like the feeling I get. I feel like more so it's like people just I think there's more so that people are like, oh my god, I don't want my character to die. I don't want them to die because dying is sad. It's like, yes, that's the point, I believe. New niche, dead characters niche. 20% chance of bosses being story relevant. Pretty much. What you say? Dying equals sad? Usually. Dead characters only conventions in China. That's funny. The question how they handle Therasis, and seems like we have never really confronted him or got closer to for a story. Well, I mean, it's probably gonna get into it at some point. We'll see what happens, because Therasis seems to, you know, be pretty connected to Priestess at this point with after the end of chapter 14. Also, I do wonder, Evelith, I do wonder, will Amiya actually like survive until the end? I feel like she probably will, like, you know, to the sort of end that we care about. She's gonna die at some point, you know, but maybe won't die dramatically, traumatically during the story. In like some sort of final blaze of glory. I feel like that doesn't really tie into Amiya's story necessarily. To me. The artists are eating Monster up. It's everywhere. I think I just saw Super's post about it, and I don't know what he's saying. He's finally getting his status of most hated Arknights content creator back, I think, with this post. Because the fuck, what is he on about? Also, and Toboro also, it's that time of year again. Brace yourselves. Where the tweet is genuinely dumbfounded by how many people on here just are openly posting super important story spoilers from CN. Yep, just can't avoid it. Hey there, your name. He's going crazy. Hell yeah, Super, let us hate you more. There is a lot of, I'm liking a lot of art right now because there's a lot of, you know. Okay, also actually it should be from there. Wait. Where is this from? What spot? Wait. Is it from here? Is it not? Oh yeah, it is here. Okay. Monster, I said we only had one chance at choosing hope. I was wrong. I failed to see then that unwavering hope has been with us the whole time. Hope strong enough to change the unchangeable. Monster, from now on, keep Amia safe. Just the priority of destruction in your basic action sequences to match the importance of other stats. It's like, well, this is just. Well, I mean, this is kind of like sort of telling, seemingly kind of being like, hey, Monster, by the way, you're gonna have to do this by yourself. So, which is like normal woman. He only likes bear gummy. Can any predecessors out there representative terror or something? I wonder if there's any predecessors, you know, the previous people out there anymore, though. I feel like they might have been, you know, wiped out. So that's kind of the point here. Mostly. Amia leading Rose Island alone. I mean, that probably... Well, that kind of... But also we... Alright, well, no, that's different. Orfaring is the leader of Rhodes Island in Enfield, but that also seems to be Rhodes Island on Talos 2, and not Rhodes Island as a whole. But I guess it could be both. Except that Warfare is seemingly stuck on Talos 2, along with everyone else. I mean, Ami is kind of the key to everything in the story, almost. Which makes sense. She's the poster girl. She's the main character. Yeah, it is just the Rose Island branch that she's a leader of, and not Rose Island like fully. So we don't really know like who's leading Rhodes Island on Terra around that time. Also, yeah, man, it is crazy that some of these posts, man, are just like they're just here on the Twitter. What the hell, Midman Moon? No. Hello there, Mihai. And then this one, which wasn't. But this was just about the. Well, okay, this part here is obviously quite big. This like second to last paragraph. But a concentrated source for Arknights lore stuff, we kind of do. The wiki obviously has some stuff. Wiki.gg, that is. But it's not like. The lore is so over the place. We really do not have like a sort of lore like master page kind of thing. Was it said that Warfare is now leading RI in Enfield? Yes, but it's probably just the Talos 2 branch of Rhodes Island because they're stuck there. A timeline page is obviously one, like, I mean, obviously, wiki.gg, by the way, if you're using an Arknights wiki, this should be the one that you're using, wiki.gg. Some stuff here is very much still a work in progress, but if you support them, then they'll be able to do it better. Because this is like, you know, a good wiki and not one of the shit ones. Game Press has pretty much been abandoned, and fandom sucks balls, so... Yeah, not something like Story Reader, no, but yeah, more like a compendium type of thing, where you can go and actually search up stuff about the lore like quickly, rather than trying to scour through like the actual events and stuff. And yeah, we are getting an in-game timeline indeed, at least for like some of the main story related stuff. We'll see how it turns out. It should be here with the chapter 15 update on CN. So yeah, fandom is constantly being okay. It's good. Fandom should die so that we get better wikis in place of it, because it's usually still the first search result. Yeah, there is a story reader for Arknights, which is actually very good. I literally have it bookmarked. No, this is the wrong one. Wait. I don't think. Well, this is the one that I have. Wait. It's on a GitHub, akgcc.github.io, as a story reader, which has everything. You can also get a CN as well, if it loads. That is. Yep. Like you have everything in here. Oh, okay. This is the AKJ guy maintaining it. Okay, nice. Yeah. Indeed. This is just if you don't necessarily enjoy reading the game, this is also just a good alternative to, because it might be, some people might, prefer this form of reading rather than in the game. So yeah, I often use this if I have to like go and quickly find something from an event. It's much faster to go over here and pick it out than oh hi, you can't actually see the drop down menu on stream for some reason. There's a drop down menu with all the events on it. You do have sound effects. You have sound effects right up here. Oh well, I'm hiding them. You have sounds over here, right? Right over here. This is sound effects and music. Are they're both here? They work as you scroll. It like plays them. They take a bit to load in, that's all. But yeah, holy. The BGM does play. The BGM plays. That site has BGM on it. You just have to turn it on. It's like just not on by default. But it has BGM and sound effects. It has like all the stuff. The only thing it doesn't have is certain special scenes don't translate over to it. And like some of the animations that they've put in more recently, like sort of the mini animations, are not there. Any idea with this trailer? Probably. Maybe. There's a lot of visuals in there that kind of scream ARG again. Oh, God, we've been going for almost 2 hours. I should probably try and end because I need to like do some other stuff today as well. And I think I feel maybe have we yapped enough? Have we yapped enough? No, we don't need that anymore. I do hope that they put more animations into the game as well. Just give us more like cutscenes, essentially. Which maybe they will with the engine upgrade and whatnot. Hopefully. I've been satisfied you're free to go. Because like I'll probably have like other, I'll probably end up yapping about this more even on like the Discord or something, or maybe I'll end up making like, I don't know, if I start seeing some like dumb discourse, then maybe I'll even end up like fucking doing a bunch of tweets or something. If I really feel like I need to yell my voice out into the void of Twitter of all places. I generally don't, so. I'm someone wondering if I clip something out of the stream, like my my wish for Keltsit to die. I feel like that whole portion would make for a interesting clip. Clickbaited insane. Just Keltsit should die hard cut. But how do I need to come up with like some vague ass title and thumbnail to like not put like a massive spoiler right into the whatever. Like I also, here, other than the design for like this thumbnail and title as well, I tried not to put any actual spoilers into it. So And obviously other than the design, which is like impossible to not come around. But also, I mean, there is, however, you know, well, because if you see, well, like, that's the thing. If you just see the design, you might be like, okay, well, what's this? But the instant you see the name, and if you are aware of all the foreshadowing for what we've talked about, then just seeing the design and the name should kind of be like, oh, it's happening. At least maybe. So I might end up if the possibly the main thing that maybe I'll end up clipping it and making it like a short video or something of me just going off on how Kelton should die, and then putting a vague ass title and thumbnail like my opinion on the Kelton situation. They can kill her, just let her death be so memorable and heart-wrenching. Exactly, that's pretty much what we were saying. It's like, they have a huge possibility, a huge chance to do something special here. And I, God, hope they do. It would be incredible. Wait, does M3 have a black crystal? Oh, that's the last thing we check before I leave. Endfield, M3. Is this gonna be EN dub? Give me a second, because I want to hear the JP voice as well, but we'll see if this is it. I think this is EN dub probably.
Deal with her conditions when
Okay, yeah, well this is EN. But yeah, she does have like also it's a different hand, by the way. This is the right hand, this is the left. It was the left hand that was all crystallized for her in the E2 art. So this is a different one. Different. It looks kind of very similar, but it's a different arm. It's a different hand. I was thinking, watch Cookie Vote to see what he's saying. Loved AK, but hasn't read story yet. Because that's also kind of, I don't know, that's kind of another thing. I don't know. I feel like maybe some of the people who think this is very stupid, because obviously, you know, there are also like Super, who are like, oh, this is an insane cash grab. Like, you have no integrity. You just see cute girl and then you roll for them. Are you aware of the lore and everything? Like have you read? I just straight up don't know. I'm like, I feel like that often comes from maybe people who aren't aware of all the stuff and the fact that this shit has been foreshadowed for a year and more, like heavily foreshadowed for a year and lesser before that. That guy's just a grifter. Well, he's kind of funny at times, though. That's the thing. Let's see. Can Enfield M3 JP? I mean, Japanese voice. Fuck. Oh, I guess she would. Well, but she would have the same voice as this one, right? She would have the same voice as here, surely. Which I'm pretty sure which is not the same voice actor as Keltsid. Surely they didn't change the voice actor, because they never changed Japanese voice actors. So let me scroll down here to Japanese Arknights Enfield, because we can, okay, I mean, yeah, I forgot that we literally do we hear her voice here. I guess a JP VTuber's VOD would be one option. Yeah, because it was like, okay, who has a VOD where they would have had JP dub, but also like but also it would have to be a VOD where they've gotten to like the very end of the story, which I'm not sure how many people actually did entire VODs of, like, you know. But here, right? Here we hear, you know. 100% not the same VA. And it should be the same voice actor. Can I link it here? You can link it on Twitch or the Discord. Yeah, it's a completely different voice. If it's the same voice, still completely different voice. Like, it is not the same voice actor. And because JPVAs generally, once they've been cast, they do not get changed unless something drastic happens. Does talk at the beginning. Oh yeah, she does talk at the very beginning of the beta. She does. Let's see if I can copy this title. This dude. Actually, she does. This is this at the end actually? No, is this the oh, it's 7:52. Okay, yeah. This is because this is at the start. Yeah. Indeed, I forgot. Yeah, I thought we could just go to the very start. Thank you, K4sen. Yeah. It is not the same voice actor. Not the same voice actor as Kelsit. But so, because that is also a whole question, is indeed, okay, is M3 supposed to be Monster? But I feel like you can, well, it might be a weird different situation. Like, yeah, I mean, something wacky probably happened if it's the same character or supposed to be the same character. Something wacky probably happened. Because, like, also, you know, it becomes a lot more Keltsit looking as well, again, which is a whole thing. So in theory, now it might be more likely that M3 is like a new creation. Based off of Keltsit rather than... Chapter 15 PV has JPVA, it's not the same as Cal, the name. I'm pretty sure it's the for Monster, I'm pretty sure it's the same VA. Because it sure as hell sounds like her. Like, but I mean, we do have the CVs here. Isn't this CN CVs though? Or maybe it is different, but I thought I heard Yoko Hikasa in it. But maybe it's not, re-listening to it. Or maybe it isn't actually. I thought it sounded like Yoko Hikasa, but I think it's actually not true. They just sound very similar. They have like a similar sort of tone to their voice. Oh, it's Fuka Isumi. Okay, so it is different. Yeah, they just sound very similar. What have they done? Also, I realized I wasn't showing the trailer, but we were just listening. Yeah, they are pretty. Yeah, they are pretty. Oh, they were in fucking Shikanoko. Yeah, they're pretty new one. Oh, they were Hiragi Utena. Also, yes, I dropped both of these. They are pretty new VA. Who's the M3 VA? I'm not sure we know. We haven't. I don't think we've gotten like a voice actor announcement for M3, and I don't recognize them instantly. At least, like I don't recognize them as anyone. At least, which you know sometimes I do. It's like, oh, it's that one. It's that dude. But I did not recognize M3 as anyone specific. At least not without like really trying to dig in somewhere. Subjective to change VAs, so they can't announce it yet. Unlikely usually for JP VAs, however. Like if you've been casted as a JP VA for a project, you're usually in there for good. Oh yeah, we have... Oh, dude, we have this as well. The Game of Life, for those who may not be familiar with, the Game of Life, also known as Conway's Game of Life or Simply Life, is a cellular automation devised by the British mathematician John Horton Conway. Zero-player game in that its evolution is determined by its initial state, requiring no further input. One interacts with the game of life by creating an initial configuration, observing how it evolves. It is Turing complete and can simulate a universal constructor or any other Turing machine. This is what it looks like. Wow. Magical. Clipped and some parts of PV that featured the game of life. Ooh. I forgot we had this link from way earlier on by a chatter. Oh yeah, here, yeah. Yeah, that is very game of life looking. Yeah, we got the VA for once, so yeah. Chatters found it. That was you. I almost forgot. Look at the good thing I looked at my tabs again. Is that a cursor on the top right? Did they leave it in by mistake or put it there intentionally? Where? Oh, there is a cursor. It just goes like right, like quickly, very quickly there. Boop. It's there, suddenly a cursor. I'm kind of hiding it. This has emotion at the end of the PV feature. Simulation of Conway's game of life that is able to simulate Conway's game of life within itself. It is simulation within a simulation. Intercode mistake. Oh yeah, kind of, yeah. Example for reference. Oh yeah, it is 100%. You do kind of see it like vaguely in the back there. Conway's game of life emulated in Conway's game of life. Which, I mean, and you can really kind of fit this into sort of the existence of Keltsit and Monster. I request to have sex with your spine. Well, at least you're asking for consent, I guess. You have to ask the spine itself, though, not Keltsit. It's also stuff getting absorbed into the rhombus, so maybe something getting simulated by Regime or something being added to Regime to change it. That as well. Because yeah, you know, that kind of like simulation. I mean, we have simulated universe as a whole thing as well. And yeah, based with the simulated universe of the game of life and all that kind of stuff. Like, absolutely fits into the ideas. But at this point, it's not fully separated. Not yet. Soon it is. I do still like, however, how, you know, we're still calling Monster the spine. Like, they're still the spine. Even though that's like not a thing anymore. Yeah, interesting little spot as well for this specific little spine will always be spine. So true. Okay. It's indeed been 2 hours for a 3-minute trailer, of which 2 minutes is the actual stuff and not like skins or something. Right? Yeah, exactly. At 2 minutes, it turns into skins. Oh boy. Yep. My brain ain't big enough for lore. You've said some decent bits here, some decent points. Late, what did I miss? All of it. HG's fault fighting so much shit in 2-minute PV. Yeah, this really is. This is just actually, this is technically even worse than when the Endfield trailers came out of nowhere. Because at least those were like a 5-minute trailer and like a 15-minute gameplay demo. And I spent 2 hours on each of them. Classic HG, it really is classic HG move. Okay, so even if I can probably come up with more stuff to yap, but I might yap those on the Discord when I have time, if I get some more thoughts and whatnot. Or alternatively, I just don't enjoy the idea of yapping into the void of Twitter, but we'll see. That's only if I get pissed off enough, I guess, to yap into the void of Twitter if I see enough dumb ideas and dumb takes. I'm wondering, however, do I clip? Do I try and take out a... I don't want to think about the possible editing of trying to take like a reaction / analysis out of the stream, because we go all over the place for 2 hours. I don't know if I'd be able to nab a reasonable reaction clip out of it, other than literally just the reaction. But I might go and clip my rant about how Keltsid should die, because I think I stayed mostly on topic there for like a decent bit. But okay, thank you for coming, thank you for watching, thank you for chatting, thank you for lurking, thank you for the yapping today. We had good discussing. If you want to discuss more, I may be on the Discord discussing things. And tomorrow, I think I'm playing Monster Hunter because the new big update is coming out. Which is one reason why I decided to do this today instead of tomorrow, because otherwise I would be incredibly distracted tomorrow. But yeah, goodbye. Bye-bye, goodbye. This indeed went a little bit longer than I expected it to. Goodbye. Kinda peaked though.